Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're diving into something really cool. A breakthrough that's teaching AI to think a lot more like us. You know how we budget our brain power, focusing on what's important and kind of tuning out the rest? Well, that's exactly what this is about. It's a technique that's making AI not just faster, but way, way smarter. Okay, so this question right here, it really gets to the core of a huge problem in AI. Think about it. Most AI models today, they're like these super intense speed readers, but they give every single word on a page, I'm talking everything from and to the exact same level of deep, focused analysis. It's powerful for sure, but man, is it wasteful. All right, so before we get to the solution, we really have to get our heads around the problem. And the problem is that standard AI models, the transformers we hear so much about, are just unbelievably wasteful. They're stuck in what you could call this tyranny of uniform effort. Seriously, just imagine you're reading a sentence and you spend just as much brain power analyzing the word the as you do on the main verb, the word that carries all the meaning. Sounds crazy, right? Well, that's exactly what a standard transformer does. Every single piece of information, every token, gets the same maximum intensity treatment. And that's a huge waste of energy. And hey, don't just take my word for it. The researchers who came up with this new method, they put it perfectly. The AI is basically blind to how simple or complex something is. And that blindness, that's not some abstract academic problem. No, this leads to a massive real-world waste of electricity, of computing power, and of cold hard cash. Okay, so enough about the problem. Let's get to the good stuff, the solution. And it is a really elegant one. It's an architecture called Mixture of Depths, or just MOD for short. So what is MODE? Well, in simple terms, it gives the model a computational budget. And then it teaches it how to spend that budget wisely. It looks at every single token, every piece of data, and decides, is this one important enough for the full deep dive analysis, or can it just take a shortcut? It's all about prioritizing. So, how does it actually work? Well, it's a pretty slick three-step process. First, you've got this little router network. Think of it like a bouncer at an exclusive club. It quickly scans every token coming in and gives it an important score. Then, it only lets the VIPs through, the top K tokens, the most important ones. Those winner tokens, they get the full deep thinking treatment. Everyone else, they get sent around an express bypass. This saves a ton of computational effort. Okay, but here's the really, really clever part, the secret sauce, if you will. The whole reason this works so well is because it was designed to play nice with the hardware we already have. See, GPUs, the chips that are the workhorses of AI, they love predictability. They want to know exactly how much work is coming. Mode gives them that. It always sends a fixed amount of data to be processed. But, and this is the genius of it, which data gets processed is changing all the time. So you get the raw speed of a predictable system, but with the smarts of a dynamic one. It's literally the best of both worlds. All right, so that's the theory, but does this whole smart budgeting thing actually work in the real world? Oh yeah, the performance numbers aren't just good, they are absolutely staggering. We're talking massive, massive improvements in both speed and efficiency. Just take a look at this. This chart here shows one of the biggest wins, training time. An MOD model can be up to 60% faster per step. I mean, think about what that means. In the time it takes a normal, dense model to run a mile, the MOD model has already run 1.5 miles. It's learning so much more, so much faster. So for the same training cost, you end up with a way smarter AI. And hey, this speedup isn't just for the training phase, back in the lab. This is for when you actually use the AI. That process is called inference. It's when you ask the AI a question and it gives you an answer. And that can be up to 66% faster. That is a game-changing difference for any app running on your phone or anywhere else for that matter. Now, get a load of this number. The single most power-hungry part of a transformer model is the self-attention mechanism. That's where it figures out how all the different words in a sentence relate to each other. It's super important, but it's a huge energy hog. Well, by smartly processing just a tiny fraction of the information, MOD cuts the computational cost, the flops, for that specific task by over 98%. I mean, that's not just trimming the fat, that's practically eliminating all the waste in one go. So the researchers also figured out the secret recipe, the optimal configuration. And it turns out the sweet spot is to apply the skipping technique to every other layer in the network. And you have to be pretty aggressive about it, only letting about 12.5% or 1/8 of the tokens through for the full treatment. But here's the absolute kicker, the most crucial part. The router has to be learned. You can't just skip tokens at random. If you do that, the whole thing falls apart. The model has to intelligently learn what's safe to ignore. But you know what? The story doesn't end with the original mod. Not even close. It was really just the beginning of a whole new family of super efficient AI architectures. It's a totally evolving paradigm. Now, it's really important to draw a distinction here between mode and its more famous cousin, mixture of experts, or MOE. They sound similar, but they do different things. Think of it this way. MOE is like making your model wider. It's like hiring a bunch of different specialists for your team. Mode, on the other hand, makes the model more efficient depth-wise. It's like letting your existing team members skip the meetings that aren't relevant to them. So MOE is about adding more brainpower, while mode is about using the existing brainpower way more efficiently. And this idea just kept evolving. As you can see from this table, the original concept spawned a whole family of new approaches. You have things like modification, which makes it way easier to adapt models that already exist. Then there's gamma mod, which adapts the idea for multimodal models, ones that can understand images and text. The point is, the core concept is just getting more flexible, more powerful, and easier to use all the time. When you zoom out, what we're really seeing here is a fundamental shift in how we even think about designing AI. We're moving away from these big, clunky, one-size-fits-all models, and we're heading towards a future of, well, you could call it mixture of computation. The idea is that models aren't these rigid stacks anymore. They're more like dynamic toolkits, and they learn to pick exactly the right tool for each tiny part of the job. So this all leaves us with a really fascinating question about the future, right? Are we trying to build a single giant brain that does everything all at once with maximum effort? Or are we building something more like a dynamic team of specialists, a team that gets assembled on the fly, perfectly suited for the task at hand? Techniques like mixture of depths strongly suggest the future of AI isn't just about more and more raw power. It's about the elegant, almost beautiful efficiency of knowing what to focus on and what to ignore.